Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Guys, today we are unpacking a sudden shift in the world of ultra cheap e-commerce. Temu, the bargain app famous for the shipping goods direct from China, has announced it will cease those China to US shipments almost overnight. This change comes directly from President Trump's May 2025 executive order ending the decades old de minimis trade loophole that let packages under $800 enter duty free. What does this mean for your favorite $5 sneakers or $1 garlic presses? And how did a 1938 tax rule become the newest flashpoint in the US China trade war? Stick around because by the end of this video, you will understand why Temu changed course, how will it affect the prices, and what this tells us about the future of cross-border online shopping. So guys, let's get started. So let's first see the Temu's rise on the de minimis loophole. Temu exploded onto American app charts by leveraging a little-known 1938 provision called the de minimis exemption, which waived customs duties on all airports valued below $800, a threshold raised from $200 in 2016 to accelerate global trade. Under that rule, Temu's China-based vendors could ship tiny packages duty-free through USPS and other carriers, allowing the platform to undercut domestic retailers on price and delivery speed. Sellers even set up family warehouses in homes across the US to fulfill orders rapidly, creating a nearly frictionless pipeline of cheap goods. Now, let's see the Trump administration crackdown. On February 7, 2025, President Trump first paused the exemption for all countries to let custom agencies gear up. Then, on April 2nd, officially closed the loophole for China and Hong Kong, effective May 2nd. Under the new rules, any package from China under $800 arriving via USPS faces a 120% duty or $100 minimum fee, rising to 145% once carriers like UPS and FedEx are involved. The logic is to protect American small businesses from unfair competition and crack down on the flood of illicit shipments, including narcotics routed in tiny parcels. Now, Temu stops China to US shipping. Within hours of this executive order, Temu updated its website and app to remove all items shipped from China, instead promoting products already stocked in the US warehouses. The company justified the move by promoting consumer prices will remain unchanged. But many analysts warn that the import fees and taxes could double your checkout total on some goods. Temu's pivot also aims to relieve US Customs overwhelm staff who had to inspect more than a billion de minimis packages in 2024 alone. So, guys, now let's see the impact on pricing and the consumer goods. Early data suggests Temu is quietly rising prices on its US stocked items, and name brand sellers are likely passing new duty costs to the consumers. Shein, which is Temu's biggest rival, began adjusting its price tags days before the rule went live, signaling industry wide sticker shock on the horizon. Even Amazon, which sources heavily from Chinese suppliers, warned that small item prices could climb 10 to 20% by year's end as duty burdens roll in. Now let's see the domestic retailers and supply chains impact. American retailers like Forever 21 have already been feeling the pinch of ultra cheap imports, with some citing Temu and Shein as the reasons behind the recent US store closures. Now, as supply chain costs rise, those same brick and mortar outfits could regain some ground if they can compete on delivery time and price transparency. But experts caution that any price advantage may be short lived if consumers flock back to online platforms for convenience and variety of options. Now let's see the global ramifications. The US isn't alone. Regulators in the UK and EU are weighing similar clauses to the de minimis thresholds, and South Africa has already signaled plans to end duty free exemptions on low value imports. If those regions follow the suit, we could see a synchronized global shift away from the cut e-price commerce models, disrupting everything from fast fashion to cheap electronics. For now, only US shoppers face the sudden sticker shock. but international consumers may not be far behind. So, what is the Temu's long-term strategy? To adapt, Temu is doubling down on its US warehousing footprint and exploring partnerships with domestic merchants to keep stock on home soil, as reported by the Business Insider. In Shanghai, analysts believe Temu can weather this change better than pure play fast fashion rivals like Shein, thanks to its broader product range and more flexible inventory policies. Still, transition costs like the setting up new warehouses, training staff, and renegotiating shipping contracts will also add pressure on Temu's razor thin margins in 2025. So, guys, what this means for you? As a consumer, expect you to go low cost finds to cost more, ship from within the US, and potentially arrive faster once fulfillment centers fully ramp up. If you are an aspiring seller or Temu, you will need to adapt to stocking and shipping domestically or face hefty duties. And if you are a small US retailer, this could be a rare window to reclaim market share, provided you can scale a e-commerce without sacrificing profits. So, guys, that is the full story. From a 1938 tariff clause to 2025 trade war battleground, the de minimis exemptions clause has forced Temu to abandon its signature China to US shipping model overnight. Whether this will ultimately level the playing field for American businesses or simply drive cost for consumers remains to be seen. What do you think on this? Will you keep shopping on Temu now that duty free goods are gone? Or will you switch back to the domestic marketplaces? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and I would love to hear from you guys. Also, smash that like button if you found this breakdown helpful and informative. And don't forget to subscribe for more in depth looks at how trade policy shapes your wallet. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.